XRP holders, welcome back to the Krypton CX channel. As always, good Wednesday to all of you, wherever you may be in the world. We have some exciting news to share, so check it out for yourself. The trade agreement with China is finalized by President Trump. As you can see from a recent tweet, our agreement with China is completed, pending final presidential approval. China will therefore provide any rare earths that are required up front. Similarly, we will give China what was agreed upon, including the use of our colleges and universities by Chinese students, which has always pleased me. We are receiving a tariff of 55% in total, 10% goes to China. The relationship is great. I appreciate you taking the time to consider this. Tariffs are obviously still in place, but the fact that the two nations have reached some sort of agreement indicates that things are progressing as they should, which is obviously what you want to see. As far as the market is concerned, we were able to observe for ourselves that there had been a slight retracement since last night. A few coins, honestly, I would say are 50-50, meaning that while some are showing a slight regression, others are still maintaining their upward trend. I want you all to look at the weekly schedule before you get ahead of yourself. The market as a whole is actually rising with many double-digit gainers, and we can't forget things like that easily, so don't want you people to forget that. But that's why I'm reminding you, everyone, that XRP is currently still trading above $2.30, which is great to see once more. With a 24-hour trading volume of an astounding $3 billion, 0 cents, and a comparable valuation of $135.4 billion, we are actually up 1% in Bitcoin. Before we continue though, let me just quickly clarify that nothing on this channel is financial advice. Always conduct your own research and due diligence before making a cryptocurrency investment. In order to invest $100 million, 0 cents in XRP for institutional yield, Vivo Power, which is listed on the Nasdaq, teams up with Flare, and I am aware that many people will ask, well, why isn't the price moving since these large corporations are joining the market and using this much XRP? Unbelievably, these kinds of transactions do occur over the counter. Going a little further back, we've noticed that a sizable quantity of XRP has been shifting between wallets. Was it an OTC deal then? Naturally, it leads me to believe that those were over-the-counter transactions, which may also be related to this. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. However, going forward, the CEO of Bank of America states that the bank will work with industry partners and independently build a reliable coin. Thus, it begs the question of who these industry partners are. Will they be collaborating with Ripple? Please let me know your personal thoughts on it. Recall the Bank of America relationship to RLUSD, which we may again guess about and which I will show you a little later. However, President Trump now calls on Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, to lower the rate by 1 full point, which is once more a significant drop. It's also half time since, of course, many nations, particularly those in Europe right now, have lowered their interest rates, including Canada, which has experienced, I believe, 5 rate cuts since last year. Additionally, there hasn't been a rate cut in the US as of yet, although there was undoubtedly one in Europe last month, if my memory serves me correctly. Indeed, we are aware that the FOMC meeting is scheduled for next week, which is a crucial period for the market, since should a rate decrease ultimately occur, I believe Bitcoin may surpass its all-time high once more. And since it is already what dominance is demonstrating to us at the moment, I believe that dominance might collapse in that situation. If you watch the update, you would see that dominance really decreased to 63.75%, which is precisely what we talked about last night. As you can see, dominance is now declining, but overall we're still at roughly 64%, which is still a significant percentage, but let's pray that we keep falling. We're hoping to get back to the 61.9% we were at last month. That would be a fantastic occasion, in my opinion, particularly if the market's interest rate is lowered. I apologize, the interest rates have been lowered. That, in my opinion, would be quite beneficial throughout both the cryptocurrency and equities markets. I'm therefore keeping a watch on that. Of course, I have no doubt that everyone else is too. The FOMC meeting is in a few days, so make sure to put those days on your calendars. Going forward, June 25th, XRP ETF, it is suggested that the filing take effect immediately following filing, as you can see. Paragraph on June 21st, 2025, this basically means that the XRP ETFs, the registration amendment is set for June 25, 2025, as you can see from the ProShares. So is it possible that an XRP spot ETF will be authorized by the end of this month? As you may have seen, XRP's price has been steadily rising even before Bitcoin started to gain traction. Executing such actions and the fact that XRP's price remains stable at 38.2 because Does this actually point to something that we are unaware of or that the public is unaware of? Naturally, we will have to discover it as time passes, but it is also possible to make assumptions about it. But with the Genius Act, Chairman Senator Tim Scott is fulfilling his goal to give digital assets on banking the GOP top priority. Returning to Bank of America, I mentioned before that they are seeking to collaborate with industry partners. This is something you can witness for yourself. As you can see, Ripple is able to legally provide cross-border payment services using XRP and its RLUSD stablecoin thanks to these licenses, which opens up further access to US financial institutions. Additionally, you can observe how Ripple's legitimacy draws in institutional partners like SandTrader and Bank of America. Therefore, you may observe for yourself that those links have existed in the past. This reality is what leads us to speculate. And if you've been involved with the XRP community for a while, you're probably already aware of this. Last but not least, XRP will increase in value as network adoption increases and is necessary to complete transactions on the Ripple network. In actuality, the XRP token represents a license for the Ripple transaction system. Yes, the success of Ripple will directly benefit holders of XRP. It's time to examine the cost. I've already made sure you guys understand what's going on with the supremacy here. Regarding VTC, Bitcoin did have a slight pullback, but we were just down, perhaps not even 0.5 in comparison to last night. Actually, let's put things in context. We've lost roughly 0.62%, so nothing out of the ordinary. However, that may also affect the larger market, which is what we are currently witnessing. However, XRP is holding constant at $2.30, precisely at the crucial neckline resistance that I've been talking to you guys about every day. To overcome this barrier, we must first overcome it. Let me know what you guys think below, but obviously we would need to close above this area before I attack that $2.48 major barrier. I appreciate all of your help in crypto. We'll see you later.